Push, pull, lift. Okay, they're things that we do every day, sometimes without realizing we're doing these things. And it's something that I want to talk to you about to give you a quick reminder of things that you need to think about so that you don't keep re-injuring joints in your body, especially the shoulder, especially when it comes to the kitchen. The kitchen is a place where you can, without knowing it, keep aggravating something in the shoulder or the elbow. And a lot of it can come from such simple things that when you actually go back home and you think about your movement a little more when you're doing things, you may have a little bit of a light bulb moment and go, that's why my shoulder is taking so long to heal, or that's why my elbow is always sore. It could be something so simple. And one of the things that it could be, so we'll talk about the shoulder and the elbow in doing certain simple things. It could be something you're doing in a workshop even. Lifting a heavy kettle with an outstretched arm is a no-no. If you keep your kettle at the back, once you've filled it, you do need to bring it forward. So you need to bring that base forward to you so that when you're going to lift it, you can keep that elbow tucked into the side and lift that kettle using your bicep. If you lift a heavy kettle like that, so if you lean out a little and then lift the kettle, you are putting so much pressure on your elbow and your shoulder. Okay, could be the thing that is aggravating that little injury or injuring your elbow. I used to do it. It was this elbow with the kettle. And then I had a light bulb moment going, I know exactly the only time it hurts, or the main time it hurts, is when I'm lifting the kettle. So I push my kettle to the back, but when I want to fill it, I bring the base out to the front, I fill the kettle with my elbow in, and I rotate like that with the kettle. I never take that elbow away from my waist. And then I just place that kettle back down, boil it, lift it, pour it, sometimes using the other hand, because the kettles these days don't get hot on the outside. So if it's a full kettle, that first bit, use your other arm to aid that first little bit coming out. Same as heavy pots. Anything heavy at all. Never lift anything with your arms outstretched. Always with those elbows tucked into the waist so that you're using your biceps. Heavy bags of shopping, the same. I'm going to stand now. I'm just going to push my chair to one side. So you stay seated. I just want to show you a couple of things just to make you think. All right, so you go to the back of the car, you get the shopping out. Some of you drag it out and just let it hang here. Or you do the worst thing ever, which is you stack the bags up your arms. Now, if you've got a couple and they're not too heavy, that's okay. But you've got to make sure that if you're going to do that, elbows come in, you hold the shopping with your arms like that, close to the body, elbows tucked in, so you're not putting any pressure on those shoulders. All of these little things add up to make a big difference. So if you do like to garden and things like that, and you need to pick something heavy up off of the floor, we've already gone through good form to get low, which is that wide squat position. So obviously the lower you go, or the lower you need to go, the wider you want that angle of those legs. Again, so I'm going to imagine I'm picking, let's say, a bucket full of water, or a watering can off of the floor. You want that directly in front of you. These things that I'm showing you will just become natural movement. But in the beginning, you're going to have to think about everything you do and the way you use your body so that you can stay as pain-free as possible all the time. These things work. So it's that squat position. We sit into that chair behind us, bucket's there, elbows come in, I get the handle of the bucket, elbows are in, and I lift with the legs to begin, and I'm bracing, and I keep that bucket close to the body before I go and walk with the bucket. I don't walk with one arm, letting yes, I'm still walking. I don't let the bucket hang. Okay, if you've got two items that you need to carry of relatively equal weight, you want to try and hold them with those chicken wings in. So keeping those arms nice and close to the body with the elbow bent. It's easy to apply the principle if you just think about it. So lifting anything, elbows in. If you need to push something, let's say you need to move a piece of furniture, you may decide you want to vacuum under the couch. Okay, you can't get your vacuum cleaner under the couch and you want to move it. All right, most of us, it's a back-breaking exercise to move furniture. You either need to pull it or you need to push it. If there's two of you, one can pull, one can push, but just be careful again how you do the move. If you are the pusher, so if you're the person pushing the item, whatever it may be, you want to get like in a lunge position to push. All right, you don't want to be standing like that to push, because what will happen is your bottom will come out, but you'll round out through the back and all the weight that you push will land in your lower back. No, we don't want that. Remember, we want to keep the weight in the muscle, not the joint. So a lunge type position, elbows in, and you push, elbows in. Use your biceps to push. Don't round out through the back and push like that. Your elbows come out. You're then pushing with the shoulder and the lower part of the back rather than having those elbows in and pushing like that. When you pull, so when you want to pull something towards you, it's that wide squat position, and you need to do it in little lots. Okay, you need to take your time with these things. So let's say it's a bench, you want to pull a bench. Same deal, those elbows come in, I have my palms facing up, then I'm using my biceps. You get into a wide squat position, you pull, you brace through the tummy, you come back a little, wide squat position, you pull, you go back a little, wide squat position, you got it, elbows in, you pull. Pushing, pulling, lifting. Okay, whatever you're lifting, you must do it with your legs first, then brace through the belly and the arms to hold whatever it is to carry it. Never carry anything away from the body. I know I said that already, but I'm going to repeat it. Never carry anything away from the body. Never sit in your car in the passenger or the driver's seat and lean behind you to get something out of the back. Don't ever do that again, because even if you're just picking up a very light handbag, the shoulder is not designed to lift in that rear lifting position there. Get out of your car, open the back door, get said item out of the car, and then off you go on your journey. If you injure these babies, once you're over 50, you have a very long road ahead of you for that injury to heal itself. In the meantime, you have trouble sleeping, you have to take tablets because you've injured it. This is all about injury prevention, or preventing re-injuring of a joint. So pushing, pulling, lifting. Always elbows in. Wide squat position or that lunge position are the two ways that you want the legs. Remember, when you're standing for long periods of time, tall and lifted. Open up through that tummy. But we'll do more on purposeful posture at another point in time. So that is pulling, pushing and lifting to avoid injury. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Make sure you press that subscribe button on your screen so you don't miss a thing.
I'll see you in our next session.